Hi readers, welcome back. My name is Siddiqui. I'm a voracious book reader and this is a book that I want to talk to you about today. It's called The Gilded Cage by Josephine Cox. The first time I'm reading a Josephine Cox book, I picked her up from the book fair and I'm pretty amazed. She is a great writer. I want to read more of her books. This book is a good story. It's supposed to be a historic romance, and what I really like about the story is the fact that it is a very smooth kind of story. There's nothing over dramatic, and nothing nail biting about it. So it's kind of one of those cozy reads which you kind of enjoy around the Christmas time. You know, you're reading with a good cup of coffee and probably under a bunch of comforters and something warm and cozy, blankets. I kind of that's the kind of image that I have in my mind when I'm reading a book like this. Good story. It's about a girl who is adopted into a family. She's very attached to the father, but the mother is very mean. And after the father's death, she figures out that she is an adopted child, and that is the reason why her mother doesn't really like her very much. The mother tortures her, throws her out of the house, and then she goes looking for her biological father. She is able to find the biological father, but she realizes that the biological father is even worse than the adopted mother. So she doesn't make contact with the father, but then she's rescued from there, and she starts living with some random people who are also really important to the story, and she makes herself comfortable there. She makes herself very at home with that family, and she does a lot of random things for them, so kind of earns her keep there, and she makes good relationships with those people, and her story is just running on the side. And then there's the father, the mean father, who has his own story going on. So you kind of read that part where you realize, oh, this is what is wrong with him, this is what he's doing with his family, and this is how nature is paying him back for it. That is one story, and then everything gets together and they all interconnect with each other, where the adopted mother comes back into the scene, and they're all doing different things to make their ends meet, and all of their stories kind of get interconnected. The end is also very nice, though there are little ups and downs, which is, I guess, part of every story. But generally, it is a very smooth kind of story that you can easily read. Also, it's a very easy read. So I was able to finish this in about 3 to 4 days, which is kind of unusual because I usually don't finish books in the middle of the week. I usually take an entire weekend to finish reading books. This one I was able to do it because the story was really nice. I was intrigued by the story. I liked it. It was, like I said, a cozy read. So I just wanted to continue reading and finish the story. I'm going to definitely rate it very highly. I gave it a 4 star on Goodreads, so go ahead, read it. And what I also like about the book, which I have like multiple times spoken about, is the size of the book. So if the book is kind of tiny like this, it's easier to hold and read in bed. Good book. Definitely give it a read, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. I'm going to come back next week with another book that I have begun reading after this, also a similar size, but I'll tell you about the story next week. So until then, you guys stick around, subscribe to the channel. I will see you next week. Bye bye.